Hey, my friend, are you asking yourself, what is passive income? Because if you are on the right video. Hey, my name is Chris from Njigha.com, and in this very special, exciting episode, I'm going to share with you a full guide, all right, on what is passive income. You are going to learn at the end of this video what exactly passive income is, how it differs from active income, all the people who are using passive income to create an incredible lifestyle of getting rich and wealthy, including examples of people who have done it and how they've done it. I'm going to show you how you can get started right now. Plenty of examples that you can start using to create wealth, passive income in your life, even if you're a beginner, even if you've never done it, even if you've got no money right now to start. I'm going to show you where you can get started, a foolproof plan, all right? So if you want to learn all that, hey, the full guide, stick around for that. So hey, welcome back, my friend. Hey, if you don't know, this channel is all about empowering you, all right? The home business entrepreneur with the mindset and the online skill sets to get results, make more money, and finally drive the breakthrough you deserve, all right? So if you like content like that, making money online, passive income, all right, marketing, and just making money online, then hey, give this video a like. Hey, consider subscribing to this channel. And don't forget the bell too, so you can be notified whenever I drop videos just like this, full guides on how to make money online, which is pretty much on a Monday through Friday daily basis right now, all right? So hey, with all that being said, let's get right down into meat and potatoes, all right? My friend, I can promise you at the end of this video, you will have no other questions. Well, you may, but this is, I put together this to be a foolproof video to help you and give you all the information that a beginner like yourself, like I was at one point, would require to understand what passive income is, why is it a big deal, why are people talking about it, and how you can start leveraging it right now to create a lifestyle of less worry about money than you've probably had before in your life. And I'm going to share with you everything that I've learned about that. And like I said, I put this together really for some family, and I figured, you know what, hey, might as well share this too, because I know that it could probably be helpful, all right? So this guide is on what is passive income, how to make the smart money, all right, without working forever. This is for my beginner's friends. So step-by-step outline of what you're going to learn today, what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what is active income and what is passive income, all right? The differences, give you some examples of passive income and people who have done it successfully, so you can kind of model off of them, because I always believe, hey, you find people who have already done it and model what they're doing. Give you some nuances about passive income that sometimes confuse new people, all right? The ultimate test to know if you truly have a passive income producing asset, why your grandmother wishes she knew about passive income in her time, and why you don't beat yourself up for not knowing this sooner, because actually it's not your fault, all right? And then how to acquire passive income assets right now, even if you're a beginner. And then lastly, my 3-step formula to help you get rich and wealthy with passive income, all right? So let's get to it. Now, first of all, what is active income, all right? So we want to know the differences between active and passive income so you can kind of tell the difference. When we talk about active income, we're talking about money that you earned from active work. In other words, money that generally could be usually like wages that you get from a W-2 job, working for a job if you're employed. It can be tips. It can be a salary, right? If you have a high salary, that's active income. It can be commissions from sales if you have a sales type job. It's a lot of time is what the IRS will categorize as materially involved. So one thing I will say is that the IRS technically has their own specific definition of what passive income is versus what we typically like the popular opinion of passive income. And so for them, well, I'll get to that when I get to that, but just for the sake of simplicity, we're talking about passive income in the popular way, which is making money without working. In this case, active income is whenever you is getting paid a fixed amount for each hour that you work, right? You work an hour, you get paid a fixed amount for that, right? You work another hour, you get paid a fixed amount for that, right? And then when we're talking about passive income, we're actually talking about, hey, you work an hour, right? Then you may or may not get paid a fixed amount of income. But when the passive income asset is built, eventually what happens is that for every hour worked, you get a continuous dollar amount of income generated, right? And the interesting thing is that it can be you working or your money working, all right? So money that's earned on a passive income basis is money that's earned from work that you did previously before, right? Now, it could be work that you did or that your money is working for you. Either one of those can work to produce you extra income without you necessarily working. The IRS categorizes that as income from a business in which you and I, the taxpayer, does not materially participate in. And I'll give you some examples. But like I said, they categorize that as only being like rental income and businesses. But for our purposes of this discussion, we're talking about like any type of opportunity that produces income for you without you necessarily working for it, all right? And that can continuously producing work for you after you've put in the initial work. Now, some examples of passive income can be dividends that you get from stocks, right? It can be royalties from music, from book sales, things like that. It could be rental income from rental homes. It could be subscriptions, right? If you think about it, subscriptions from different services that you provide. One thing I will leave a link for videos that I've done several videos where I've given lots of examples of passive income that you can check out for beginners that you can start using. But these are just a few of them. I'll leave the link in the description for other videos that I've done in this category. Some examples of people who have killed the game and are killing the game now, right now, with passive income, like the people I like to call warriors of the game, or the gentlemen you see up here. And these are just a few examples of people who have done it. But Warren Buffett, he is a well-known investor, known as the Guru of Omaha, one of the most wealthiest investors of our time. He owns Berkshire Hathaway, which is worth multiple billions of dollars. A brilliant investor, and he is a passive income guru in and of itself. Robert Kiyosaki, best-selling author of his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, has his own company, the Rich Dad Company, and he is huge on real estate, passive income from real estate, and in book sales and royalties. Grant Cardone, well-known entrepreneur, real estate guru, mogul, entrepreneur, business owner, puts on tons of events, has his own show, and he's also a real estate guy as well. Hey, huge on passive income through these multiple different opportunities. So what you learn is that passive income is one of the best ways to create income for you, all right? And we'll talk about that. So some of the nuances about it that people sometimes don't understand, especially when you're new, is number one, is it really passive, right? Is it really passive? Like, so for example, if you're a therapist and you own your own practice, or if you are a doctor and you own your own practice and you're making income, is that passive income? No. Why? Well, because you're working for it. Remember, if you have to work and put in your own work to get paid that fixed amount that's coming in, then that is not passive income. That is active income, because you had to work for that amount of time to get paid that money. If you own your own restaurant, is that passive income? No, because you have to go into that restaurant, right? And put in work, unless you have somebody else working for you in that restaurant, right? In which then you are not materially involved, that definition. If you're not actively involved, then it can become passive, right? Because you have to introduce a system in order to do that. And we'll talk about it a little bit more, how you can take all of these things and turn them into systems so that you then create a passive income asset. If you're a high level corporate guy, C-suite guy, CEO of a top company, is that passive income? No, because you have to show up every day, put in work as the leader for that company, unless you step down, maybe you're like an Elon Musk and you hire someone to be the CEO, president of the company, right? And then maybe you have a passive income asset. If you're a freelancer and you take clients and you do client work for them, and whenever you want to on your own flexible time, is that passive income? No, because remember, you still have to put in the active effort to create that income. So another nuance about passive income is that, well, is it a lot more work, right? Do you end up putting in more work to create this income versus if you just did the active work and got paid a big dollar amount for a service? Well, then what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna separate this, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna do another video for you to go do a chart-like review that's going to show you step by step how passive income ultimately at the end of the day is actually better than active income and works out to be a better use of your time, even though you're putting in the work. So I'm going to leave a link for that video in the description below. But in general, passive income is a way better way to make money versus active income, even though you're not making any money up front with passive income. So Robert Kiyosaki said this in his book, right? This is how you know whether or not you have a passive income asset on your hand. Can you leave your business or the asset or whatever it is for a year and then come back to find it more prosperous, making more money, doing better, thriving than when you left it? Because if you can, that is a true passive income asset. If you can't, it means that, well, really you don't have a passive income asset, right? I know a lot of you might be thinking the same thing. I know I did. I was like, man, if I leave my business right now, it would fall to the ground, right? It would fall to the ground because I am tied to the system. I'm tied to the functioning of the business. I haven't quite created a system yet, right? You have to have a system that runs the business in such a way that you literally have to have little to no active participation for the business to continue growing and continue producing an income for you. If you start thinking of it in that way, then you start to produce a true asset that not only pays you, but gives you back your time and allows you to live a quality of life that you can only dream of. Now, why is passive income such a way better way to make money than active income? I promise you, your granny, your grandmama would have wanted to know this. If she had known about this, it'd have been a whole different ballgame for her, right? Why? Number one, it gives you true security and freedom, right? Think about the fact of the matter that you're not dependent on anybody to create the income, right? You're not worried about having to go to a job that maybe you don't feel fulfilled for, or maybe you can't find work, or whatever the case may be, right? You have this freedom to be able to go and do things as you so choose, right? And you have this security to know that you will always have the funds you need to be able to do the things you need, and you don't have to rely on anyone. As long as your system is intact, paying you every month, you're good, right? Number two, flexibility, right? Let's say you're sick, right? How many times have you been sick, but you had to go into work anyway because you didn't have any more PTO time, right? I mean, that sucks, right? Or maybe you have to take care of loved ones who are in need of you, right? Because of health issues, or maybe they're getting older, parents or whatever, but you still have to go to work, right? See, with passive income, it gives you back the flexibility, right? It allows you to be in control, and you can do the things that you have to do that are more important and not have to worry about money ever, you see? And then number three, it gives you back your right to choose your life, right? I mean, you can decide to go on vacations whenever you want. You don't need to ask your boss or whoever. You can buy whatever you want that you want. If you want to buy something for your parents or your kids or your family, and if you want to impact the lives of others, be a contributor to organizations, to charities, to missions, to causes, you can do that. You see, you can do that. You're free to choose as you want. I don't know about you, but choice is one of the biggest things for me. It's a God-given, inalienable right, a divine right that's been given to us. We have the ability to choose how we want to react to things, how we live our life, where we go and what we do. And I think when you start to build a passive income asset that pays you and is independent of any other income sources, you start to slowly get back that choice. That's that freedom that you were born to have, so you can start thinking about doing the things that are really important to you, right? So you may be asking, dude, Chris, this is awesome stuff. Why have I never thought about this? Why I never thought about the idea of creating a passive income versus just active income and going to work? Well, don't beat yourself up because it's not your fault, all right? Because the fact of the matter is that it's not something that you're born with, right? Or rather, we're conditioned to think more active income. I heard this from T. Harv Eker, right? In his book, Millionaire Mindset, right? He talks about the fact that, hey, when you were younger, what did your parents tell you? Right? If you wanted money, they'd be like, go get a job. Go get a job. Go out there and work, get a job, boy. That's what my dad told me. They're not telling you, go out there and make some passive income. They're not telling you that, right? Because they were raised under the same conditioning of create active income, right? And so if you are created in a world, if your mind is in a world where all you know is to go to school and get good grades so you can get a good job and have this source of active income, and that's all you know, I mean, you have no idea. You don't know what you don't know, right? You have no idea there's another world out there that you can create income from that gives you a whole other lifestyle beyond what you could have ever imagined, right? How could you know? You wouldn't, right? And so that's what's so powerful about it, is that now that you know that it's a conditioning, it's going to make you feel weird. It's going to be weird when you think about, oh, making money this way. And for a lot of people, it's a very strange feeling. You just have to know that, hey, that feeling comes from your conditioning, and you can't trust your own feelings. You can't trust your own mind. And that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned as well. So, down to the good stuff, yeah? Woo! Ooh, Chris, I'm good. I got you. I'm feeling you. All right, this passive income thing sounds really, really cool. How do I do it? Well, here's a few examples of how you can start acquiring passive income assets right now. All right, so there's three main ones that I know of. You can check out one of my videos that I did about 3 income producing assets that really work, right? That I pretty much go into this, and these are the three. Number one is stocks and bonds and things like that, or commodities, right? It's basically having, you can purchase in like investments in different companies, publicly traded companies, right, in the stock market that offer dividend payments. And dividend payments is basically a quarterly distribution that the company distributes to its investors and say, hey, thank you for investing with us. It's basically a thank you for investing with us, and they give you that in the form of a reward and a thank you. For every amount of shares you own, you get a certain amount. That's it. It's free money just for owning the stock. Yeah, I know. It's pretty awesome. It's one of my favorites right there. Number two is you can do real estate, right? Obviously, you could purchase some property and rent it out. And rent it out to different people and collect rent on a monthly basis. If you're smart, you hire a property manager so you don't have to get your hands involved in any of that, and you just collect rent checks every month, all right? Or number three, you can start businesses. Now, you can either create offline businesses or online business assets that run on systems. Remember, systems that allow you to, that provide services and produce income passively. So they serve the customer, they serve the audience, and you have to participate barely, if ever, right? Just for the system to continue running, maybe a little bit of maintenance here and there, right? One of my favorite ways is businesses, right? And then, or you can do this thing where they talk about how you can invest money into startup businesses, kind of like as a limited partner investor. It's kind of like being an angel investor, right? This is when you have money and you're able to like see private companies before they go public. Kind of like Gary Vaynerchuk, how he got into Uber, right, or Snapchat before they started getting big and going public. Although Uber is not public yet, right? So you're able to get your money into these companies early, and guess what? Your money is working for you. You see, this is where your money is going to work for you, and you really don't have to do too much but sit back and allow things to happen. So these are examples of passive income assets that you can start acquiring right now. Now, for me, my recommendation is you start with the business aspect of it, all right? And we'll talk about that in the next slide in the 3-step wealth producing formula to get rich that I pretty much borrowed from Robert Kiyosaki. But like, here's some examples of businesses that I think that you can start right now that produce passive income, all right? So if you're offline, you can start with vending machines, right? Coin-based machines, that's a huge thing that you can do. A lot of work up front, but once you do, hey, it can start producing a nice little passive income for you monthly. I hear that location is big when it comes to that. Number two, network marketing. Great opportunity for most people who have no product and no other way to get started and have no experience in business to start getting involved in business and understanding what it takes to run a great business. Usually a couple hundred to maybe almost less than $1,000 you can get started in a company, and everything is provided for you. A great opportunity, but once again, requires a lot of work up front before you can start tasting the fruits of the passive income. Number three, storage units, right? You can get into public storage units. Great way to generate passive income. Once you purchase it, hey, the work is done for you. Number four, subscription-based services. So like maybe you own a gym, for example, right? A little mini gym. Hey, people are paying you every month just for the access to that service. Great passive income asset right there. Number five is washateria. I've seen a couple guys who've done that too, where you can borrow, get a washateria. A lot of upfront costs for something like that. But once you get started, hey, the maintenance on it is pretty much almost nil. Get you a general manager, and you pretty much got you a nice passive income asset that works for you 24/7. Now, maybe you don't want to do the offline stuff because, hey, there's a lot of time and money investments involved there. You can do online. I love online more. I like that more for me, just because it's the ease of getting started and the leverage. So you can do ebooks, for example. Create ebooks. You can get them published on Amazon Kindle. Bam, you start creating passive income. You can do digital courses, right? Create a course on a passion or a thing that you know how to do and sell that online for a couple hundred dollars and create passive income from years on end, especially if the course is good. YouTube, one of my favorite. You're seeing this video on YouTube right now. great passive income asset that you can generate that it takes time, but once you get it going, oh my goodness, it's going to be here for a long time. Number 4, blogging, right? Blogging is not dead. It's still alive. You can create a 6-figure income of passive residual income just on blogging alone, especially when you get down in a very specific niche. And then number 5, affiliate marketing. Great way to make money online. If you don't have a product, you don't have a service, you have nothing, but you can promote somebody else's stuff and get paid commissions for it. So these are just a few examples of passive income assets that you can do. Now, let me get myself out of the way here so that you can get a full look of this formula to getting rich and wealthy with passive income, all right? And so here's how I perceive it based on the information I picked up from Kiyosaki, T. Harv Eker, Grant Cardone, and the like, all right? Number 1 is work your job, okay? And you may be thinking, Chris, what? Continue working my job? I hate my job. Seriously, I know you might, but still, listen, work your job, all right? Because you need cash flow. In order to create a passive income asset, you need a source of cash flow that's flowing in your household, in your pocket every single month. You see, active income is inferior to passive income, but it still plays its role, all right? So you need active income. You need to continue working your job. I recommend that you work it with fervor and you get at it, right? While you're doing it, you control your cash flow. Bringing the cash flow in, start controlling it, start getting rid of debt, start saving more money, because then that way you have this cash flow so that you can start moving into step 2. And then meanwhile, also reading and learning is what you should be doing. Reading on different type of business assets and passive income assets, like the examples we just talked about, and learning more, getting more information, because this knowledge is what is going to empower you and give you the strength to move into step 2, which is starting an online business. I recommend you start an online business. To me, it's the easiest one to get started with, the least amount of risk involved, the most amount of leverage. The internet is massive right now. I say that you start an online business, make money from your business, from all these different types of businesses you can start. And if you don't have any ideas, check out this entire channel. There's a bazillion of them that I got on here, and different online business ideas you can check out. I'll leave a link in the description below. And then make money, reinvest in the business, all right, so that you can eventually create a passive income asset out of that business, right? There's always a way you can turn that online business into a passive asset by investing into systems and resources that create a system so that you don't have to actively be involved. Step 3, once the income is rolling from this online business, then you can start taking that income and start investing it into the profits into other passive income assets like stocks, right? Real estate, right? Or even other businesses that are growing right now, all designed to protect your money and grow your money. And this is how you start to create wealth, my friend. Wealth. Kiyosaki describes wealth as how much money it would take, how many months it would take for you to go broke and not be able to pay your bills, right? If you say, if it's like an infinite amount of months because you have a passive income source that's continuously paying you without you working, you, my friend, have achieved financial freedom. And isn't that the goal of the whole game? Yes? So this is the formula right here for passive income. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, I hope this was helpful. Did you get any value from this? This is exactly what passive income is. If you ever, if anyone's ever asking the question, what is passive income? Hey, this is the video right here. Hope it was helpful. Hope it answered a lot of the questions. This is why I'm so excited about it and what it can do for your life. I know what it's doing for my life. It gives you that sense of security and freedom and choice. All right, that's like my biggest thing is choice, to be able to live your life as you design it. All right? So hope that was helpful. Hey, if you have any questions, any of the things about passive income that I didn't cover, man, leave that in the comments below, because I definitely want to continue to make this thing more robust and cover all the questions you might have, so that this is a good ultimate guide, ultimate resource for anybody to go to, especially, like I said, I like to leave this for my fam so that they can check this out as well. So like I said, I hope it was valuable, hope it was good for you, all right? Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hey, definitely give the video a like, and hey, consider subscribing to the channel right up here. And hey, if you want to learn more information, more videos that help you make more money online passively maybe, check out this video right here. I think you'll like it, all right? So to the next exciting episode, my friend, be blessed, stay hungry out there. See you on the next one. Peace.